Hello, this is Brooke Lewis from Partners in Diastasis Rehabilitation here in Denver, Colorado. Today I want to take you through how to tape for diastasis recti. I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction and then we'll jump over to our willing volunteer here in a moment so you can see how it's done. But I wanted to just explain that we're doing a less is more approach today. We're going to do that because kinesiology tape can be quite powerful, and if there's too much tension put on the tape, then it can affect visceral organ function. So we're going to do a recoil effect that has just about 20% tension on the tape so that we are creating more of a neurological input that tells the muscles how to engage for optimal function. We're going to do that with that 20% stretch. So to get used to the tape and the feel of how much stretch that is, go ahead and take a strip of your kinesiology tape here and give it a full 100% pull. So stretch it as far as it can go. You can see the light coming through, it's thinned out a bit, and then back off to about 50%. We're going to use just about 20%. So play with it a little bit, get an idea of how much that 20% stretch feels to you. So we'll go ahead and cut over to our model here and show you this recoil application. All right, so here we are to demonstrate the postnatal diastasis recti taping, and we're going to use that recoil method. First thing I'm going to do is just take the oils off of the skin so that the tape sticks a little bit better. So I'm just using a little rubbing alcohol here, and you're just going to rub that over the area that you're going to put the tape on. If the rubbing alcohol is too drying, then you can use a milk of magnesia, or there's barrier sprays that help to keep the skin from getting too itchy or rashy that you can buy just on Amazon. So now that the skin is ready, we're going to go ahead and put on our first piece of tape. I'm going to take off the backing, and I like to just take off the piece that I need so the rest of the tape doesn't get stuck and sort of messed around. The most important part here is that you're going to start by taking your abdominal muscles and drawing them in, like you're pulling your belly button to your spine. So that's going to bring those recti muscles closer together where we want the tape to hold them. And since we're doing this recoil method, we're only going to put on about that 20% stretch. And we're going to start down from the bottom and anchor back up to the top. That's going to recoil this direction, which in this case is also going to help with bringing the rib cage down. All right, so she already has her core engaged. We're going to put that first anchor down to the outside of the recti. Pull that backing off until we've got just a third of the tape left for our second anchor. Put on just about that 20% stretch. And then the second anchor just gets laid down, no stretch at all. Give it a little bit of rub to get that adhesive to activate. And we'll do that second strip of the X. So same idea, just putting that anchor down first. She already has her core engaged, so we're bringing those recti closer together with that 20% stretch. And then for the second X, we're going to go right below the belly button. We don't like to go over the belly button because the tape itself has a bit of an outward pull to it. Umbilical hernias are really common with diastasis recti, and this is already a bit of a weakened spot just for the sake that there's a belly button there, so we don't want to create any outward pull. So we're putting our anchor down. Core is engaged nice and tight. Still breathing as you're holding those abs in. And then just one more to go. Abs in tight, 20% pull, and lay it down. All right, and then you get that great support from the kinesiology tape, and those recti are being held together so it takes the stretch off of the connective tissue. And if you have any discomfort at all with the kinesiology tape, I want you to go ahead and take it off because we don't want to fight through that. If there's any digestive distress or nausea or constipation, then those are signs that you want to take it off, give your body a rest, and then maybe try a different application another time. If you have any questions at all on this particular taping application, go ahead and leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to them. Thanks so much.